Good evening.
Evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
I'm good. How was church today? Those who went to church.
The church was good, sir.
Let's give others 5 minutes to log in. We started exactly 7 past. We have our computers with us.
Yes, sir.
Matiko sir.
Jetka. If you didn't write, I'm not going to sue. Kare munhu wangu unombopinda muchidzidzo changu. Pakaipa. Vamwe vari matopinda. Saka zvaizvechibaya pamakombiyuta saka nezuro ndakangoshingirira
zvinhu zvenyu hatidi kunzwa zvinhu zvekumba kwedu.
tauro unonoshandisa
Memory kindly. It's 11 past. I guess we can start. Although there are fewer people than expected. Where are your colleagues, guys? Can you just check with them? Can you just check with them? We'll give them 3 more minutes. 2 more minutes. We'll start at 10 past.
Daddy, why is not singing? Again. Shush. I can do it. Daddy, open I can swim. Daddy, oh, I.
Andrew, let me mute your. Kindly mute your mic, Andrew.
Okay, let's start. So yesterday we were discussing Microsoft Word, and we talked about a number of important features that are available in the Microsoft Word environment. However, like I mentioned, there are a lot more features that you have to learn as you navigate Microsoft Word on your own. It's not possible for us to cover every aspect, but I've made the assignment as broad as possible so that while doing that assignment, you have the chance to explore some other aspect that we may not have discussed in class. Our focus today is on spreadsheets. I hope we'll cover a lot of ground today and possibly finish tomorrow. So what we are talking about in this first 10 or so minutes are spreadsheets in general. We want to talk about spreadsheets. What's a spreadsheet? A spreadsheet is an application that is designed to solve the problems of calculations. You know, all application softwares, they are designed to solve a specific problem. The word processors, for example, are designed to solve the problem of written work. You know, you can produce professional looking documents with word processors. Spreadsheets, on the other hand, are designed to help you with calculations. You can perform all kinds of mathematical computations with the aid of spreadsheets. There are other applications that are designed for other purposes. For example, WhatsApp was designed to solve the problem of communication. Berliner payroll systems were designed to solve the problems of drafting pay slips or paying people, computing those monthly payments. That application is designed to solve that problem. So different software are there to help mankind solve different kinds of problems. But our focus today is on spreadsheets, which, like I mentioned before, were designed to solve the problems of written work. So, a brief note on spreadsheets. Let me share a document that I drafted, a few things. I can find it. Would it be this? Okay. So I think the picture is not very clear. Let me try to resize it. Okay. So the picture that you see there is a typical representation of a spreadsheet application. In this case, the exact application used here is Microsoft Excel. Of course, there are other spreadsheet packages other than Excel, like what? We have numbers, we have Lotus, 1, 2, 3. That's the name. We have Google Sheets. among others. So the list is quite large, but these are some of the most common spreadsheet applications that are available for use. In our case, we exemplified the use of spreadsheet using Microsoft Excel. So what is Microsoft Excel? It is a powerful program that is used to organize, analyze, and present data. So what you need to do, the objectives of today's class, I want you to understand the basic layout of a spreadsheet. We are also going to do some simple data entry into a spreadsheet application. We are also going to do simple calculations because remember we said spreadsheets are designed to solve the problems of calculations. So do some simple calculations using a spreadsheet. So first thing first, we want to look at the interface of a spreadsheet. So this interface that you are seeing here is for a Microsoft Word document, but we want to open Microsoft Excel. From your end, I want you to open Microsoft Excel application. I also open it from my end. So let me share my window instead of sharing. Let me share my screen instead of sharing this particular window. So to open Microsoft Excel, you are going to click on Start, on the Start button. This is, okay, there's something that I said, who is raising their hand? Tanatswa. Oh, it was an error. Okay. I remember yesterday I said that I would show you the desktop. I would show you some things. Okay, so this is my desktop. This is like the default screen that you always come back to after you are done with whatever you are doing. Or it's the starting point again when your computer starts. Right, on the desktop, we find these little things that you see here on these little things that I've put on my desktop. These are called icons. The little picture like objects, they are called icons. Icons can represent a number of things. An icon can represent a file. For example, this one is a Microsoft Word file. Ngona nengane chiW chakadai. There's my line. This is a Microsoft Word file. So all these are Microsoft Word files. All these are Microsoft Word files. We also have okay, so this one is an Excel file or a spreadsheet application. This is a spreadsheet application. This is an Adobe or a PDF file. This is a PDF file, a PDF file, a PDF file. So apart from files, icons can also represent folders. Folders are these yellow-like objects you see on my screen. So a folder is just like an ordinary office folder where it's some kind of it helps with organizing files. You put files inside a folder. So to create a folder on the desktop, for example, it's just a matter of clicking the right mouse of your mouse. You're going to get these options. You select the option yakanzi new, and then you select the option yakanzi folder. A new folder is created on the desktop. All you need to do now is to rename it. I'll call mine ICCT, like that. So we have our folder. Usually when it's empty, the moment you move your mouse to that folder, you see you are told that the folder is empty. But if it is contents, when you move your mouse, you'll be told the size of the folder and other folders that are within it. So we are being told that this folder in particular is another folder called new comp science regs statistics etc. So if I open it, inside it I'll find new folders like that. If a folder has files within it, let me just move to this one. I'm told that there is a file, there are files inside there. There's a file rakanzi M20564 and another file rakanzi SDE. If I move to that one, there are these files, etc. But anyway, to open it is just a matter of double clicking. You click on the folder 2 times. There you open your folder. This one is empty. I sit here this. Okay, so these are files that are inside a folder. ICT10125 is the name of the folder. Okay, so we said icons can represent files. We've already talked about them. We said icons can represent folders. These are the folders that we're talking about, these yellow things. Icons can also represent programs. Icons can also represent programs. Which one here? Okay, if you go to my taskbar there, by the way, the name of this bar, the taskbar. So an icon like this one, it is an icon that is represent this picture. Chinotomirira, a program that is installed in my computer. It's on the edge. It's a web browser that allows us to view information on the internet. This is a program known as any DVD player. It plays video files that are in a computer. This is a program called Teams. It's the one that we are using for our meeting. This is WhatsApp. So these icons you can see are programs. So icons can also represent programs. Lastly, icons can represent shortcuts to programs. Icons can represent shortcuts to programs. For example, ndo akawanda pa desktop pangu apo. There's this, ukaona chi-application, ukaona chi-icon, chine chi-line ichi, chakapointa kumusoro ichi. It means kuti that is a shortcut to a program, to open a program. What do we even mean by saying a shortcut? The procedure for opening this application in the Zoom, sorry, is you click on the start button, you go to all applications, you scroll until you find the application yakanzi Zoom. These applications are organized according to the alphabet. So Zoom is obviously down there. So we find Zoom here and you double click to open it. thought I had installed it. What's happening? Okay. So this is the Zoom application. That is opened. But can I win a shortcut to open Zoom on your desktop? You can just go there and double click. Automatically, application yedu inobva yatoopena. Ndo inonzi shortcut. Saka twese kuti tune ma-arrows as shortcuts to programs. This is a shortcut to Google Chrome. This is a shortcut to an application inonzi Mendeley. This is a shortcut to my antivirus application yandiri kushandisa inonzi Avira. This is a shortcut to Zoom. This is a shortcut to a free download manager software. So icons can represent any of those 4 things. And in an exam, I could ask you, kuti chii chinonzi icon? I could ask you, kuti ndipo 4 different things that can be represented by an icon. I could give you a picture, for example, ye-icon iyi, ye-folder. Ndokubvunza kuti chinhu ichi chii? Chi-icon ichi chorepresenta chii? Does it represent a folder? Does it represent a file? Does it represent a shortcut to a program? Does it represent a program? You should be able to answer that question with ease. Here we have our taskbar, and on our taskbar we have the most important button here, which is the start button. It's the starting point of everything in a computer system. We have this search bar. You can search. If you don't know, for example, the procedure for opening a particular application, you just click on that search bar and type what you want to search for. For example, you don't know how to open Excel, you just type Excel there. Unobva watopiwa everything that is related to Excel. Do you want an Excel Copilot tutorial? Do you want the Excel Copilot? Do you want to open the Excel application? You want to open the Excel application, so you are just going to click Ababakan to open up, and our spreadsheet opens. So I'll expand it. Let's open Excel from our end. When you open, this is the home page for the Excel application. When we usually want to start with a blank document, so let's go Pakanzi New and click Pakanzi blank document. This is the interface of Microsoft Excel. We're going to spend a few minutes here explaining the features that we find here. But if you were there yesterday when we were discussing Microsoft Word interface, you will notice that there's not much difference from the spreadsheet application. Maybe 1 or 2 things are different, but it's almost similar. We have the topmost bar here. This name of the topmost bar is the name for every other Microsoft application. This is called the title bar. On the title bar, we find the icon for saving, the undo button, the redo button. You are going to be needing this a lot, especially as beginners. And here, it's called this is where the name of the bar is derived, the title. So, Pakan's book 1 up is the default file names given to all Excel documents that you open. Book 1, Book 2, Book 3, and so forth. But you need to save this. The moment you save, whatever name you gave to your file is the one that is displayed there. We also have the search button. I remember I told you that the search button is used to search for stuff within the document or even on the internet. You can use this search bar to search for things. On the right corner, we have that minus, that box, that X we defined the uses of those. Then we have this icon here. We have this bar here. It's called the menu bar. So the menu in the Microsoft Word document is a little bit different from the menu in the Microsoft Excel application. Here we have file, we have home, we have insert, we have draw, we have page layout. Up until this stage, zvakafanana, but uku zvakuti siyanei. If you remember Microsoft Word, tinana references. Kunoko hatina references, we've got formulas. Data, it's not there. Uko ku Microsoft Word, review and view ariko, automate, help ariko, automate hako ku Microsoft Word, right? So these are the menus that we find in Microsoft Excel. Here we find the tools. These are the spanners that we use to format our document. The moment you click on a different tab, you are going to find different spanners available to you. When you click there, you see the spanners are changing, or the tools that you use are changing. You go to formulas, my tools is to change. So here you find the tools that help you to make the calculations that you want to make. Then remember Microsoft Word takaperera kumsoro, takaperera pa title, pa toolbar. But in the spreadsheet environment, we have an additional bar, this one. Rinonzi formula bar. The name of this bar is called the formula bar. So the formula bar is a very important bar in Microsoft Excel. I shall be telling you what it is used for as we proceed. Then inside now, the spreadsheet, the writing area. You remember in Microsoft Word, it was just like a blank bond paper sheet, and what you needed to do was to fill in the details in that blank bond paper sheet. But here it's a little bit different. Where you write your text is made up of a grid of cells. These cells are structured as follows. We have columns numbered A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Hazvipereri kuna Z, right? If you scroll, you will notice kuti after Z there is AA, there is AB. After AZ, it doesn't end there. There is BA to BZ. It doesn't end at BZ. It starts CA. It doesn't even end at ZZ. It continues on and on and on and on. So I want you, if you get time, to just scroll and see kuti zvinomboperera kupi columns either. What's the name of the last column? Same applies to the rows. The rows are now numbered using our ordinary numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It doesn't end at 100. It doesn't end at 1,000. It doesn't end at 10,000. It goes on and on and on and on. So again, I want you to find out where it ends. How many rows are there in a spreadsheet document? Right? We now move on to the bottom bar. It's called the status bar. You remember the status bar from yesterday? The status bar which displays the status of your spreadsheet document. Like how many, the formulas that you have put, what. They are all found on the status bar, right? Besides that, Microsoft Excel, a Microsoft Excel document is called a book or a workbook or a book or being a shortcut for workbook. So we have workbooks, but inside a workbook, you have sheets, right? You have sheets. So this is the first sheet in our workbook. You can add more sheets into your workbook. How? By clicking this plus, you can add a new sheet. You can add a new sheet. You are not limited to the number of sheets you can open in one workbook. You can open as many as 100, as thousands of sheets inside the same workbook, right? And each sheet can have many pages. Each sheet can have many pages, as many as you want. You're not limited again. I will explain the importance of sheets. If you want to remove a sheet, you just right click and select delete. Right click and select delete. Right click and select delete. You can also rename the sheet. You can also rename the sheet. How? You right click and select rename. So this is practice 1. The name of this sheet is called practice 1. Coming back to the meeting. Are there any questions for now? Any questions? Are we all following? Okay. We'll proceed. So your workbook, the name here can be changed at the moment you save your workbook. Let's save it. You go to File, click Save. If you are saving for the first time, it will just jump to Save As. Select where you want to save your file. I'll want to save it on my desktop, so I'll click on this computer and I will select this computer. I'll select desktop. And then the book file name, you need to give it a name. I'll again name it as practice 1. So there is the name of our file shown there. I will proceed. The columns and the rows form what we call cells. They form what we call cells, like that. And within cells, that's where we enter our data. Within cells, that's where we enter our data. So this is a cell, this is a cell, this is a cell. Each cell is unique. In a spreadsheet, each cell is unique. And each cell has got a name. The name of this cell is AE1. It's named after the column name and the row name. So the name of this cell is AE1. You don't even need to claim the name of the cell because it's written in this box here, which is called the name box. It will tell you the name of the particular cell. Atanatwa. Go ahead if you have a question.
And this is already this the problem with my PC and this scholar what you're doing currently. Pamango Petra was the same. No page kurabidika kwandiri anoziva kuti is my network
Which page?
iri bad kana
Sorry, you said pakuratidzwa page ripi?
A screen ava
page
blank.
kuya kwama
In screen yangu yava
page
blank.
kuya no
Taurisa tikunzote seiwe. She.
Screen harichazi kubuda.
screen harisi kubuda pari kubuda kwamamuchisevha kuya muchitaura zvokuti save as nokuti inongozvidirecta kana riri the first time ndo pari kungobuda chete ikoko kwamakutaura kuti first column kana second column hakuchazi kubuda.
And now?
Hapana chiripo.
Pachigori nerima. Yes,
Yeah, now it's
right.
visible.
Okay.
It's showing now.
Okay. Thank you for that. So I was explaining now kuti ma cells aya, ma columns aya, where the column name meets the row name becomes the name of the cell. So these little boxes are called cells. And it is within these cells that we enter our data. And we also say that each of these cells are unique. This one, the name of this particular one is A1 because it meets column A at row 1. So it becomes A1. What's the name of this one? What's the name of this one? Do I have people in the meeting?
In screen rangu rakangostika sei.
Restart, local.
If I'm seeing your cursor well, that's M15.
Up. Raka highlight it.
Epana M15.
Okay, Ramaka highlighter, that's B1.
B1.
Hey,
that's B1. Ndikafambisa mouse yangu kudai so. Still raka highlight kai B1 handiti. Apa ndine chandakaklicka.
Abigail. B1.
Shaita screen yangu yanga iri blank. Shasoit.
Okay. The name of this one, what's the name of this one?
That's G4.
That's G4. Exactly. G4. Like I said before, you don't have to try to figure out kuti G uyu akanonangana nanuko. You can just check in this cell here. Rakanzi name box here. Unobva watoudzwa zita recell rawakaklik handiti. So you use your mouse to navigate to a new cell that you want to use, that you want to enter your data. What's the name of that one?
M9.
M9.
Yes, M9.
Exactly.
Yes.
Right. And now that we know how to name cells, the next thing that we want to do is to perform simple calculations. And remember, we said that spreadsheets are designed to solve the problems of calculations. We want to perform some simple calculations here. When you hear the word calculation, what quickly comes into your mind?
Mathematics.
Yes. What about mathematics?
1 + 2, 1 + 1.
You think of adding things, You think of adding things, and it. So that's the
Yeah.
first thing that we want to do. We want to add numbers, right? So I want you from your end to enter any two numbers in any cells of a choice. There are millions of cells in this spreadsheet, and it. So I want you to choose two cells of your choice that you want to use. In one cell, enter a value. In another cell, enter another value. In my case, I'm going to put that number there. I'm going to choose this one. I'm going to put another number there. Kudzanai.
Oh, good evening, sir.
I am good. How are you?
I'm fine. Screen rangu rakastika ndichiri pakahighlightwa cell G4. Rangostikira ipapo.
Okay. So kana screen rako rakastika, just try to log out and log in again. Usually it's because of connectivity issues, Tinema challenges the internet muno Zimbabwe. So just try to log in and log out. Mukaona orangu rakastika, please do inform me. Maybe it's from my end.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. If we entered our values in any two cells of our choices, confirm.
Yes.
I told you how to confirm, guys. Post the thumbs up, everyone. I can see. Okay. Now, what we want to do is to add these two numbers. Just confirm to me in which cell is my first number?
C. C5.
C1. C5. And
C5.
what about my second number?
H10.
H10. And it. Right. Now I want to add these two values. What do? I go to an empty cell. I'll choose this one. Right? When you have chosen the cell, raurikuda kushandisa kuita calculations. You click on it. Once you've clicked that cell, in order to tell the spreadsheet that you want to perform a calculation, the first thing that you're going to do is to put an equal sign. Like that. Put an equal sign. You are immediately telling the spreadsheet, hey, my guy, we are no longer just entering values here. We are no longer entering characters here. We want you to calculate things, isn't it? So to tell the spreadsheet that you wanted to calculate, put an equal sign first. Many students often forget to put this equal sign. In an exam, for example, I could ask you to put the formula that you put, that are supposed to put in a particular cell to perform some calculation. You see a student putting the correct formula, but forgetting to put the equal sign. If you forget to put the equal sign, this spreadsheet is not going to calculate anything. So the first thing that you do is to put an equal sign. I hope you have noted that in your notes. Once you have inputted your equal sign, you now reference. So spreadsheet works by a concept that we call cell referencing. I'll explain that a little bit later. But cell referencing is a simple means of calling the names of the cells that you put your values, that you want the spreadsheet to manipulate. In my case, my first value is in cell C5. So I want, after the equal sign, I want my spreadsheet to add content of C5. So I'm going to type C5 there. I'm going to type C5. Sorry? Yes. Until Murkonot, I am aware are my capital letters. So unonyora nema capital letter. But a spreadsheet inonzwisisa kuti kune vamwewo vasingadi kuteerera kuti chero vakanzi vari kuona pakanyorwa nemacapital letters pana h apo asi anonyora nesmall letter h inongozvinzwisisa zvayo kuti I think munhu yanga achingoreva apo, so it will still work. So if I write a small c like that, you see this has been highlighted, meaning it has been it has been selected, so it will correct for you. The small c will be capitalized like that, it becomes a big C. So this is called referencing. After putting equal sign, we have referenced this cell, right? We put the operator that we want to use. So we want to add things. From our mathematics in grade 1, we know that to add, we use the plus sign. So put the plus, and then reference the name with your second number. My second number is in H10, so I will type H10 there. The moment I type H10, H10 has been highlighted. It means that I've selected it, I've referenced it. Are we good so far?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. To get the answer now of C5 plus H10, you just need to press enter on your keyboard. Press enter from your keyboard. So the solution, after adding 54 plus 67, the answer is 121. Are you getting the correct answer from your end?
Yes.
Okay. Let me now explain the use of this formula bar now. When you enter a value, whatever you are entering in a cell is also reflected on the formula bar. For example, if I type 21 there, notice 21 is also typed on the formula bar. I could select this cell here and then go to the formula bar and type 21. Again, 21 anovatonyorwa musoro yarandanga ndakaselect. Nditi ndikataipa pakati baba museo iri zvinobva zvatoshowewawo paformula bar. Right? If I type in a formula, for example, ndoda kuti 21 minus 21, ndoda kuti zviri umumu minus zviri umumu. Formula yandichanyora apa ndeyekuti I'm going to put my equal sign. I reference that cell. Let me show you an easier way of referencing. Instead of you typing the name of this cell, put E2. After typing your equal sign, just go and click in E2. Automatically unobva watonyorerwa kunzi E2 up. Now put the
Operator.
The operator that you want to use. In this case, we want to subtract entity. Select that one again. Just go and click on it. Wabva watonyorerwa kunzi G3. The value icho chiri pamusoro chakanzi 21 icho. Press enter to get the result. Here we have 0. Now let me show you something about the formula bar. Patatype akuti 21 up. 21 anobva ashowewawo paformula bar apa. But apa tataipa kuti is equal to E2 minus D3 tataipa formula. So formula iyoyo inoshowewa paformula bar. Asi museo mawaisa formula iyoyo munoshowewa result of applying that formula. You get it? Up. Patawana 121 uyu. 54 plus 67 ndo watawana 121. But apa hatina kunyorera kuti 121 apa. Taisa formula yekuti is equal to C5 plus H10. C5 plus H10 we get 121. So this is the result that we are getting, 121. This is the formula that we put. So why is this important? I will, if you notice, I've already given you an assignment that requires you to do a spreadsheet, right? There are some formulas that needs to be put in that spreadsheet. There are things that needs to be calculated. Someone will just go and put in the values like this. They type in 121, chi. From the outside, everything will be correct, will be seemingly correct because munaita ma calculations achishandisa calculator yake. But I'm not worried about the correctness. I want to see if you know how to use a spreadsheet where you're putting the formulas where you're supposed to put the formulas. So pose paida kuiswa formula indinongo yando check up. Munhu akanyora formula iri correct here. If it's correct, I give you a mark. If wakanyorera kuti 121, chero 121 iro the correct answer, I'm going to penalize you for that. What I wanted is the formula, not the solutions per se. Are we together?
Che.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Kana anza ikabuda formula bar ramba rakanyorere.
What do you mean?
Tanditi kunyora kuti C5 plus H10. Panobuda anza inongoramba yakahighlighta izvozvo kuti C5 H10 plus H10.
Kana museo racho pamusoro apa pakanyorwa paformula bar pacho pane pakanyorwa kunzi C5 plus H10.
Ore kana kuenda museo macho.
You need to click on the cell macho mawaisa calculation. For example, apa handitaisa calculation apa. If I click on it, the formula bar is going to show me the formula that I put.
Alright.
But the particular cell will just show me the result.
Alright. So ukabuda rakatu zvotobva.
Ndikabuda zvotobva
Alright.
Because ndendatovaka pane rimwe cell. Ndapane rimwe cell risina formula.
Alright.
Iri cell iratova L5. Hapana zvandati ndaita mu L5. So mu formula bar hapanawo chinoshowa. Jeffrey.
Yes, sir. Ndaida kubvunza kuti apo paformula papeda apo kuti tiwane total weight 121 kai. Ko nikangonyora kuti is equals to 54 plus 67. Answer inongobuda 1. Munondipawo mark yacho.
Saka iwe wati ouya panapa nditi. Ouya unyora kuti is equal to 54 plus 67. Nditi? Handiti uri kuona kuti apa mavalues aya utore nawo muspreadsheet mako kudhara. 54 na 67 wacho utore nawo handiti? Uri kuwaste time uchitangidza kuvanyora futi. Alright. Wanyora kuti is equal to 54 plus 67 wawana 121. Later on wozoona kuti uyu haasi 54 uyu angachifanira kuva 45. Angachifanira kuva 45. Notice answer yangu iyaya yandati is equal to C5 plus H10. Answer yabva yatochinja apa ikaita 112. Iwewe in your case you have to go back there and edit formula yaya wambonyora yaya is equal to 45 plus 67. So easy. It's like you are using a calculator to do your things. in spreadsheet, we want to make work much easier. Use cell referencing. Use cell referencing. Do not, what do we call it? Hard code your calculations. They should be computed automatically using cell referencing. Are we together?
Thank you, sir. We are still together.
Okay, now I want to talk about the three things that can be entered in a spreadsheet. In a spreadsheet or in these cells, these are the three things that you can enter. You can enter numbers. Numbers are also called values. Right? So these are numbers or values are what's manipulated by formulas to give you a result. Indeed. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are things that you enter and then they are manipulated by a formula and then you get a result. That's one thing. Two, in a spreadsheet, you can enter labels. Labels are used to describe the data. If you check my data here inside my spreadsheet, if I just give someone, they will not be able to tell what I was even doing here. Right? If I give someone who was not in this lecture, this spreadsheet like this, they can't tell what was happening because I've just put values there. But all these values are not explained. So labels are used to explain data in a spreadsheet. For example, I will say my first number, dot 23, dot my second number, dot 44. Panapa ndikazoti total. Ndoisa formula yangu yekuti is equal to that plus that. If I give someone now this spreadsheet like this, munhu anogona kutoona kuti oh, munhu uyu aisa first number yake 23 akaisa second number yake 44 akazoisa total akati saka total toitsvaka sei ndobva anyora formula iyi. Handiti? So labels are used to describe values in a spreadsheet. In your work, in your assignments, all values should be explained. All values should have labels that describe them. That's the second thing that is put in a spreadsheet. Thirdly, in a spreadsheet, we also put formulas. Formulas are sometimes called functions. Formulas are sometimes called functions, but formulas manipulate data in a spreadsheet to give you a result. For example, here we put a formula for adding that is equal to that plus that. But one thing about formulas is that you always start by putting an equal sign when you are inputting a formula. You always start by putting an equal sign. So these are the three things that can be input in a spreadsheet. Of course, in a spreadsheet, some people talk about inserting charts and graphs. These charts and graphs are usually generated automatically in a spreadsheet if you just command the chart to be produced. The chart is displayed. We are going to cover this, how we can draw charts using spreadsheets later on. Right? So the next thing that I want to talk about is cell referencing. Cell referencing. So we say that spreadsheet works through cell referencing. Spreadsheets works through cell referencing. You reference the values. Yes, Vincent.
I want to ask about labels.
Yes.
May you kindly expand more on how you register those labels on a spreadsheet?
These ones. You just type them the same way you were typing in Microsoft Word. For example, up that my first that type up to my first number museo rinoiri.
Okay.
First number yacho ndobva ndaisa munomu ndikanyora kuti 23. Ndikanyora kuti my second number museo iri. Second number yacho ndobva ndaisa umu. Apa ndobva ndanyora kuti total. Apa ndobva ndacalculate total yacho yabva yabuda. So izvi zvinongonyorwa the same way you were writing Microsoft Word. You just type the ordinary.
Okay.
You answered?
Normally where exactly on a spreadsheet? Anyway.
Okay. Because our things are jumbled up here, I was just typing anyway. But if you listened to what I said about labels, that especially pandatory assignment, that all values that you put in a spreadsheet should be labeled.
Okay.
So label inenge iri ku left side number yako inenge iri ku right.
Okay, I'm answered.
Okay. Precious.
Yeah, we are still there on that question. Can you clearly show how we come up with the 6-7? With that total 6-7.
This one.
Yes.
I calculated it.
How?
Using
adding cells here or not?
Yeah, using the adding cells. Ndika click up in the formula and anyore. That is equal to M2 plus M3. This is the formula that I put.
Okay. Copy.
Are you precious?
Now we are together.
Okay. Anything else before we move on? Your questions might also help others that are not attending, that will then listen to this audio when we post it.
Inise yangu yanga yakambostika saka chitombodzwa kurora ipo maedha apa ndapauziva.
Kuedha zvinhu. Can I ask someone to help? Hi, Patty. Why didn't you log in with your real name? So that I address you properly. Can someone who understood how to add using a spreadsheet, please assist?
Okay, Catherine Jim speaking. If
Okay,
I heard
Catherine.
you,
Go ahead.
well, you said we use the formula. We first write the equal sign so that inoita macalculations. So totanga unyora kuti equals. That equals, then we click pa cell ratiri kuda.
Okay, Catherine. Start from the beginning.
Beginning.
We are here. We don't have anything in our spreadsheet.
Okay, we don't have anything in our spreadsheet. So you write your number on your cell. So for example, we write our number 22 or in the cell C3. This is our first number, 22. Yes, C3, we write 22. Then we go on to another cell, that is in F1, we write number 11. So now we want our calculations. We want our total in the cell H5. H5. So to get the total of these numbers, we use a formula. The formula we use, we first write equal sign in the cell we want the total to be shown, equal sign. So we go and click in the cell C3 so that we get the formula. C3 plus cell F1. Then we click enter. Enter. Then in H5, we have got the total of our numbers in cell C3 and cell F1. So zvinenge zvaita. Then kana takuda kuona formula yatashandisa, we just go to H5 and then click pa formula bar panobva pabuda formula yatashandisa to get the total iri mu H5. Amen.
Thank you.
Right.
Writer. Okay. One other thing that I probably left before we move on to cell referencing. It doesn't mean you can just add 2 values. You can add as many values as you want in a spreadsheet. For example, ndine manamba mangana ari muspreadsheet mangu. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can add all of them. Panapa ndise label yangu ndoti total of all numbers. Total of all numbers. You can increase the size of your column by dragging. Unoenda kumusoro kuma-columns uku. Woenda pakati pane line chaipo chaipapo. Pakabuda chiline icho chiri straight nezvima-arrow zvakapoenda ku-left neku-right. Woclicka left mouse button. You can drag to the right, to the left. Right? Ndakudza chiseu changu icho. Ndakuda kuedha mavalues ese andanga ndaenda. Ndotanga nekuisa equal sign. Ndoclicka nhamba yangu yekutanga, ndoti plus. Ndoclicka nhamba yechi2, ndoti plus. Ndoclicka nhamba yechi3, ndoti plus. Ndoclicka nhamba yechi4, ndoti plus. Ndoclicka nhamba yechi5, ndoti plus. Nhamba yechi6, nhamba yechi7, nhamba yechi8, nhamba yechi9, nhamba yechi10. Don't forget to put the operator. Don't forget to put the operator. To get the sum of all these numbers, ndobva ndapressa end. I'm getting 400. So you are not limited in a spreadsheet as to the number of values that you can add or you can manipulate in a spreadsheet. Right? I go back. I now want to explain to the cell referencing. Yes.
Malebo titakapuwa kana kuti ndonongozvisharudzirawo moda.
Muchi, mu excess pi. What do you mean?
Question yacho yanenge wapuwa ipapo sezvamaita kuti my first number or unongonyora.
Zvongodepend. Imwe question inokudza kuti nyora label yakati. Pamwewo uri kufanira kuzvifungira wega kuti apa panouya label. For example, kana uchiedha, obviously label iri kudiwa itotauka. So sometimes it's up to you to choose the label to use. Sometimes the question specifies the name of the label.
Okay.
Right now, I want to talk about cell referencing. There are memory.
Okay, sorry, say.
I'm not sure kana tiri test apo panyaya yekuti row, which one is the row and which one is the column. I think zvandanga ndakakrema maths long back then.
Don't claim.
Ndiri kufunga sekuti ma-rows ndo ana A, B, C, D, E. Then ma-columns, zviri ma-columns ndo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No memory. These are the columns. A, B, C, D are the columns. And then 1, 2, 3 are the rows.
Okay.
Anyway, whatever you claimed anditi, iwe kana wakazvudza kuti aya ndo ma-rows acho aya, still kana uchine macolumn unotanga neiwawo ma-abc aya, then wozorotevera ma-numbers aya.
All right.
Let me not preempt zvinhu zviri reprogrammed musoro mako. It doesn't change anything. What you are calling rows, what you are calling columns.
Maybe kana paine zvinozoda kuzodescribe like in the exam or in the assignment.
As long as iwe wangondiudza kuti cell iri rinonzi E2 bo zvakadaro.
Okay, thank you.
But no zviri correct, aya ndo macolumn, aya ndo marows.
All right.
We all happy? Sara kwa memory. Okay, we proceed and talk about cell referencing. So cell referencing is a way of calling out cells. Kana tiri mumba mune vana vakawanda, mai vakadedzera zita vakati chipo ega ndiye anodaira, handiti? Mai vakadedza kuti Jane ndiye ega anodini, anodaira, chero even mumba muine vana vakawanda. Ndo zvimwe chete zvatiri kuita pane chinhu chinonzi cell referencing is. We are calling out a cell so that we can use it. Only that cell is the one that responds when we call it. So there are a number of ways of calling out cells in a spreadsheet. In fact, there are 3 ways. The first way is relative cell referencing. Relative cell referencing. With relative cell referencing is the one that we were using all along, where we just call a cell by its column name and cell name and row name, sorry. For example, what? For example, when we called this one, we said stereo anonzi E2. Saka an example of relative cell referencing is E2. Nditi? Kana kuti this one is what? I3. All this is what? Relative cell referencing. It's what we have been using all along. Pane painoshanda, pane painogona kutadza kunyatsoshanda. So you need to know where best to use it, where not to use it. The next type of reference, I will show you where you use it. The next type of cell referencing is called absolute cell referencing. With absolute cell referencing, the column name and the row name are each preceded with a $sign. So instead of saying E2, we are putting the $sign, and then we put E, and then we put a $sign, and we we type 2. And it $sign E, $sign 2. This is absolute cell referencing. Kana kuti imwe yacho I3 handiti $sign I, $sign 3. There are no spaces here. There are no commas in between. It's just $sign I, $sign 3. Let's see if we get the same answer. Up, toda kureferenza E2. So we are just going to put equal sign, turn out E2. We are getting 21. Up, toda kureferenza I3. So we just type I, we put equal sign. Toda kuti formula yedu inotsvaka kuti mu I3 muna chi. So we first put an equal sign, then toti I, toti 3. Muna I3 muna 0. And it. Let's see now. Kana taita inonzi absolute cell referencing. Are we going to get the same values 21 as 0? We go there, we put our equal sign, we put our $sign E, $sign 2. Press enter. Still, we are getting 21. Here, we put our $sign I, $sign 3. Press enter. Oh, sorry. We forgot to put the equal sign. Press enter. We are getting 0. So ndoinonzi absolute cell referencing. Still, inongokubudisira, inongoreferenza the particular cell. Just like E2E. Ndichazokuexplainerai pazvinoshanda izvo. Sometimes tinogona kushandisa inonzi mixed now. Cell referencing. Mixed cell referencing inenge ichimixa absolute cell referencing nerelative cell referencing. For example, togona kuti $sign E toti 2. 2 now hatina kumisa ta. You will notice E tamureferenza tichishandisa absolute cell referencing, but 2 tashandisa relative cell referencing. Kana kuti I toti $sign 3. I tashandisa relative cell referencing, then 3 tashandisa absolute cell referencing. You will still see again, kuti still tikashandisa this one, we are going to get 21. Tikashandisa this one, you are still going to get 0. Let's try it. Is equal to $sign E 2. I'm still getting 21. Then I is equal to I $sign 3. We're still getting 0. So these are the 3 ways in which cells can be referenced in a spreadsheet. Are we together? Let's start with Tanatwa.
So I wanted to know if there was any way you can reference to the whole column, or it can only be done on cells. Let's say toda kureferensa zvese zviri museu ra-E. So wanatota pane formula iri ichiri yekunyora the total of something zvakaita.
Reference zviri muna E.
Zviri
Like what?
museu rese ra-E.
Okay.
Like tida kuwana total.
Sekuti mu-E medu umu handiti. apa tina 56, apa tina 34, apa tina 22, apa tina kana kuti 12. Ndizvo? Unoda kueda zvese izvi.
Unoda kueda zvese zviri mucolumn iro.
Okay. You are just going to do it like this. Unoti is equal to yekutanga iyi. Okay, sorry. Inga yafamba kana zasi. Unoti is equal to handiti. Over what this one? Yeah, o select yekutanga iyi. Over waisa full colon. O click pekupedzisira panapa. Saka inobva yahighlighta zvese izvo. Or the other way, unongoisa equal sign. Wohighlighta zvinhu zvese zvauri kuda kueda. Pane ichi chaniti. So ndoda kujambira apo. So unopresa chekutanga ichi. Wobva wapresa control. Wobva wahighlighta izvi. Now ndaselecta izvi neizvi.
So that same procedure ndoratinoita futi kana tichida kucalculata zviri muthe same row. Let's say zviri murow ra1. Tinongousa that same procedure rekuhighlighta kuisa semicolon.
Yes. But teta kushandisa notice apa tangohighlighta apa hatina formula yatanyora. Kana tiri kuda kueda zvinhu izvi handiti. Tofanira kutozvinyora 1-1. Kuti is equal to that plus that plus that plus that plus that plus that.
Saka hapana shortcut yatinokwanisa kuwana like zvatakomberedza sezvo isiri that long procedure yatinyora zvese.
We are going to talk about functions. After this, we will talk about functions. And I will explain how you can automatically add all these things. Usingaisivana plus plus. But we have to know the basics first.
Okay.
Memory had a question.
No, I don't have a question yet.
And this is such known the absolute cell referencing.
Yes.
See.
It's a way of self-referencing where you put a $sign first, then you put the column number, and you put a $sign again, then you put the row number.
Wonderful. Let me explain now how these different cell referencing techniques work. I'll go to an empty sheet. So chingo click ichi plus ichi. Mu open a sheet really empty. We want to do a little exercise. In this exercise, I'll show you how to format cells, how to adjust them, and some of the other things that I'll be talking about. Okay, so in this spreadsheet, toda kucalculate coursework mark yeku ICCT 101. Vamawere. How is he going to calculate the coursework mark? So in cell A1, highlight cell A1 to cell F1, like what I've done here. Highlight those cells, go to the Home tab, and click this icon here. yakanzi merge and center. After highlighting, click merge and center. This becomes one big cell. Harichina kugurika gurika zvakaita amwe. Rava one big cell and zita racho rinonzi A1. Even richidarika one pana B, richidarika one pana C, richidarika one pana D. Zita recell iri rinonzi A1. In cell A1, I want us to write ICCT 101 it's information technology skills coursework. Information technology skills coursework. Right? I then want to put my labels that describes the data that I will be putting. This again, this heading is some form of label again. Anyway, but I want to put other labels. For example, here I'm going to put maybe your reg number. Pakati registration number, notice pakakura kudarika size recell rangu. So I have to adjust this cell so that pakati reg number panokwana musell. Ndinoenda kuma-columns uko and then I drag kusvika pakati reg number pakukwana. I go to the second column, ndoti first name. I go to the third column, ndoti surname. Ndoenda ku fourth column, dot assignment 1. Ndoenda ku second column, dot assignment 2. Ndoenda ku third column, ndobva ndati average. Handiti tina mustudent wedu registration number yake tongoti tine 5 students. Ane mareg number notice something. Apa mananyora 25001 handiti. Page 2 pacho ndikanyora 25002. Page 3 ndikanyora 25003. Maspreadsheets akatongwara ari kutoona kutoti munhu atanga na 1 2 3. Inogona kutozonyora zviri kumberi yega usina kuiudzira kuti saka kumberi unyora kuti chii. First of all unohighlighta zviri 3 zvawanyora zvacho. Woenda pachifull stop chiri pakona icho. Wodraga downwards kusvika pauri kuda. Kusvika panhamba yauri kuda. Isu tiri kuda 5 numbers. So ndichangowedzera dzimwe 2 chete. But kana wanga uchida 10. 1 2 3 4 5. Ndasvika panapa. If you check apo ndikutonyorerwa kuti the inenge iri mulast box will be M250010. In this case, iri mulast box is M25005. Izvi zvinongoshanda chete kune manumbers ari sequential ari kutevedzerana. Right. Then my first student's name is Jane. Maybe the surname is Kombora. Assignment 1, mwana uyu akawana 34 out of 100. Assignment 2 akawana 78 out of 100. Iyi tichazoicalculate handi takugona kuita shasama spreadsheets. The next student is Tapiwa. Chino. Assignment 1, ane 67, assignment 2, ane 68. Precious.
Okay, say andina kunzwisisa
Papi.
kuti so ndika-highlighta the first 3 numbers ndobva ndazoklika papi.
Full stop chiri pakona kuzasi. Like the first 3 like this. Pana full stop ichi chiri pakona ichi. Unoenda pachiri. Wobva waklika left mouse button. Wobva wafambisa uchidzika. Wakangopressa left mouse button. Wofambisa uchidzika. Like that.
Yeah, okay, so it's right.
Okay. Tadzidza sum function. Sorry. Inandati average up. Toda total. Everyone is entering this data in their spreadsheet. The last student's name is Tinashe Uza. First assignment, and 76, second assignment, and 56. Are we all done? Post the thumbs up sign if you're done. Okay. Now we want to find the total. Tichangota tsvaga yekutanga chete. For vamwe ma-students aya, tichaicalculate automatically. I will show you how. And I'm also going to demonstrate panodiwa. So pakesi yakaita seapa, panoda kuti ushandise relative cell referencing. Example, uchida kutsvaka total for all these students. Parikuda kungoiswa formula yakangoda kufanana. It's best to use relative cell referencing. So formula yatichanyora apa ndeyekuti chii kuti tiwane matotal marks akawanikwa naJane Kompora. I'll pick a person at random. Pardon. Rovim. Are you here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell me the formula that I'm supposed to put up.
We first put the equal sign. Then you say G3 plus E3.
And Press enter, handiti. You get 112. Let me just make this bold kuti aoneke kuti ma labels that. Taona 112, handiti. Instead of calculating for Tapiwa, Matthew, Susan, Tinashe, we can allow the spreadsheet to automatically compute for others. How? Power calculator answer yako. Enda pane full stop icho. Chiri pakona pa cell rawacalculator pekutanga. Zvataita kuya tikadrega tichidzika is the same thing that you do here. Only that apa pakato highlight pana 112. There's no need for you to highlight again. Just go to that full stop there, click the left mouse button and drag downwards. Automatically tinobva tatocalculaterwa mamarks atapiwa 135, mamarks aMatthew 165, mamarks aSusan 76, mamarks aTinashe 132. Atimbocheka kuti formula yanyorwa apa ichi. Isusu formula yatakopa, it's like takopa formula iyi tikaiapply kumwe kwese. Original formula yatakopa yanga iri D3 plus E3. But apa formula yabva yatochinja automatically ikaita D4 plus E4. Apa yatochinjawo ikaita D5 plus E5. Apa ikatochinjawo ikaita D6 plus E6. Apa ikatochinjawo ikaita D7 plus E2. So ukashandisa relative cell referencing, spreadsheet rinocheka kuti formula yauri kukopa yava paposition papi, yobva yatochinjawo range automatically. Edwin. Edwin, go ahead and ask your question. You are muted.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yes, my question is I'm finding difficulties on dragging from 112 going downwards. What can you repeat on the procedure?
Okay.
This is full stop.
You go up by the full stop up and it. Click the left mouse button. Then drag downwards. Drag downwards. Wakangobaya left mouse button haumoregedzi. Wasvika pekupedzisira woregedza left mouse button woregedza mouse inonzi touchpad yako. Kana unoshandisa touchpad kana unoshandisa automatically unobva watocalculaterwa.
Iri kuramba.
Chiratidze share window rako Tony. I'll stop sharing. Click pakanzi share. Good Teams meeting.
Right.
Or click pakanzi share screen. Kana waita isitofara kutanga kuzviona but ikena hapana chatiri kuona.
Okay, pabuda pakanzi start now. Anything?
Yeah, you are attempting to share.
All right.
She open oh, you are using a mobile phone.
No, I'm using a laptop.
As meeting uri phone.
Yes. but the assignment ndirikiitira ndichiita palaptop.
All right.
Saka ndaenda tasvika tosapa zvakanaka patava na 112 apa. Mukati pane chi full stop ichi. Pedoti tikadai pa full stop apa. Ndoda kuchidrega manje hatimati kandadai ndo klika to the left.
Turn on video yako.
Sorry?
Turn on your video.
Okay.
Alright, ngaangoita long press kana achinge asvika pane chi full stop ichi. Akaita long press handiti pane chi plus here icho. Saka akaita long press left click yake, then you drag down, chinobva chafamba chakutokushowera ma totals ese.
All right. Chiri kungouya na 112 ichi.
Pose chiri kunyora ma 112. 112 mamuwana sei?
112 ndatanga dati equals. Ndikati D3 plus E3. Dati end anobva yaita 112.
Mukaklika pana 112 paformula bar pakanyorwa kunzi chi?
Iri kubudisa kuti 112.
Paformula bar.
Ndo pane problem. Nganditange.
Hamuna kuisa formula, manyora kuti 112. Maita wekunyorera 112. Hamuna kuisa formula. Dai maisa formula, paformula bar pangadai pakanyorwa formula yamashandisi.
All right.
Yes.
That end. Right, saka ndochidrega zvarevayo.
You can stop sharing now.
All right. Yeah, right. Thank you, right.
All right, it's okay. Anyone else encountering a challenge? Okay.
Naise ndokumbirawo kubvunza.
Yes.
References network yangu isiri kunyatsoita zvakanaka, saka handina kumbonzwa kuti iyi yacho yataita iyi ndo yamuri kuti chii, inonzi chii referencing yacho iyi?
Inonzi relative cell referencing. Patashedza macells edu tichingoti D3 plus E3 inonzi relative cell referencing. Now, I want to demonstrate where you are supposed to, where you can use maybe mixed cell referencing and absolute cell referencing. So when you use absolute cell referencing, range haichinji sezvaitika.
All right, say thank you.
Range inoramba iri fixed. Let's do this exercise. I'm going to combine those cells again. Ndobva ndati totichi kumbani inotengesa shuga ya inonzi chii kuchiredzi ye?
Tongati.
Tongati village.
Hullet.
Tongati village.
Mashare is it?
Yes.
Haisi kubuda.
Prince, mesa musikuona screen yangu.
Ini ndikuona.
Tiri kuiona.
So
Iri
it's your
kuoneka.
problem. Just try to log out and log in again. So toda kuita a quick sales analysis sheet yema sales ekutonga to Hewlett for the month of for the month of August. Uh, 2025. So what does Tonga to Hewlett do? Tonga to Hewlett manufactures sugar from sugarcane and sells this sugarcane to various companies. Companies like OK Supermarket, right? So here we want to do a simple analysis for their sales. So let's put the labels that we need in our analysis. We need the name of the company, name of customer, going to expand this. Name of customer. Then we also have quantity. Then maybe, no. Let's start with date. Some companies not so. So alternate date, name of customer, quantity of sugar bought, what else? The total sales. Right? Let's put the details here. So Tine 1 August 25, name of OK Ashingo yakatenga 30 tons. So quantity apa togonoisa brackets 20 tons. Total sales ndeyatiri kuda kuzocalculate SWAT 2 changoisa 5 entries. August 25 car and Richards maybe wakatenga 230 tons. Then Muswe 5 August 2025 Spam Kuchiredzi yakatenga 20 tons. So 15 August 2025. Pick and Pay. Take 200 tons. Finally, so 16 August 25. Okay, Matt. Chivo. Ratenga 40 tons. Right? So we want to find the total sales that they made. But we have notes there. Sugar was pronounced sugar price for the month of August. The price of sugar for the month of August, maybe it was, maybe it was, we're just putting a fictitious figure here. Maybe it was $100 per ton. Sugar price per ton for the month of August was $100, right? So we need to calculate the total sales here. To calculate the total sales, Trukuti, okay, akatenga 30 tons. Price yanga iri $100. Katofana kuti 30 times 100. Towana ma total sales apa. In Richards, tofana kuti 230 times this $100. Towana answer apa. Sparch rates tofana kuti 20 times this $100. Towana answer. Zvichingodara nditi. Saka kuti formula yedu irambe ichingoreferensa this $100 patichaikopa nekupesta, tinofanira kureferensa this $100 tichishandisa absolute sale referencing. What do I mean? I go there, I put an equal sign. Because toda kuti izochinja patichakopa formula tichienda apa, toda kuti ichinje yozochuza 230, yochinja yozochuza 20, yochinja yozochuza 200. So we are going to reference ma column E tichishandisa relative cell referencing. First we do it's C12. So C12 we reference using absolute cell referencing. Multiplied by this one. Toda kuti pese patichakopa formula yedu tikaipesta uku toda kuti ingoramba ichimultiply na100. Saka 100 tofanira kumureferensa tichishandisa absolute cell referencing. Ukashandisa absolute cell referencing inongoramba ichingoti times 100 times 100 chero ukakopa formula yokaidraga downwards. So kushandisa absolute cell referencing tichida kureferensa apa pana 100 apa. It's a dollar sign. The column is E. Dollar sign. The row is 18. Indeed, we have selected this cell. We press enter to get the result. So for OK supermarket, my sales are 30 times 100 tinowana 3,000. If we copy this formula and drag it downwards by clicking on that black dot and dragging it downwards, automatically takuto calculator for these other ones. For here, mukacheka formula yedu iri kuti C13 yachinja kunoku yakuti C13. Remember takopa C12. but ichiri kungoti times E18 because E18 tamureferensa tichishandisa absolute cell referencing. Ungoramba yara E18. Tikadzika apa. E yachinja yava C14 but E ichingori E18. Same applies to this one. E yachinja yava C15 but apa iri kungoramba iri E18. Same applies to that one. E ichingori E18 yava C16. So this example exemplifies where we can use the examples that we did here, exemplifies where we can use relative cell referencing and absolute cell referencing. Today, I'll end here and I'll finish tomorrow by discussing functions and how we can construct charts and graphs in Excel. Yes, Vincent.
Mama too fast for petsera. Ndokumbira mundiselectere your first formula eko mashing.
Ndashandisa absolute cell referencing. Ndashandisa kureferensa cell iri. Ndashandisa relative cell referencing C12. Asi kureferensa uyu 100 uyu ndashandisa absolute cell referencing. Because absolute cell referencing pandinokopa formula ndichiisa kune amwe macells. Kana ndanga ndareferensa cell ndichishandisa absolute cell referencing haritombochinji chero ukachinja macells. But ukashandisa relative cell referencing rinochinja. Uyu kana anga ari C12 ndikazoisa panapa anobva atochinja kuita C13, C14, C15 and so forth.
Okay, so ndanisa ndapedza kusasu inputa mafigures kwazotora time, but anyway I understand.
Okay. Tanat.
So I think that challenge along the way. I didn't understand kuti pane symbol that symbol is in addition, in terms of addition, that symbol is a plus sign. But I was a bit confused with per multiplication, which symbol did we use to indicate or to multiply?
Multiply, there's a star.
There's a star. Okay, so do we only use mixed referencing when we want to multiply? Kana kuti tonongoshandisa even relevant referencing, any type of referencing inoita here kana panongoda specifically mixed referencing?
Okay. No. Unoshandisa any type of referencing on any calculation that you want to do, as long as it does what you want to do. For example, apa ndanga ndichieda nditi ndogona kuona kuti vana vangu vakafoira vose ava havana kunyatsopefoma zvakanaka zvandaida. Ndogona kuti ndoda kuwedzerera mwana wese 3 marks kana kuti ndoti ndoda kuwedzerera mwana wese 10 marks, ndonyora 10 apa. Pamaki yaawana ndoda kumuwedzera 10, saka apa ndoti adjusted total. Adjusted total is going to add the total yaawana ndomuwedzera 10 marks. Indeed. So what I will do here, I will come and put my equal sign. Then this 112 total, sorry, cell renoid and it initial total yake, I'm going to reference using relative cell referencing. Ndoti plus 10 but for this one ndoda is what plus 10 for this one ndoda is what plus 10 plus for uyu ndoda is what plus 10. So ndofana kureferensa cell rina 10 wangu ndichishandisa absolute cell referencing. Indeed. So ndikaklika muno mukati muno it's I1 yanti referencera ichishandisa relative cell referencing. So I want to adjust this to absolute cell referencing. I'll put a $I, $1. I press my end. 112 plus 10 to 122. I copy this and I apply it for all the other students. 135 plus 10 anodipa 145. 165 plus 10 anodipa 175. So no, haishandi pakumultiply chete, inoshanda chero as long as zvauri kuda kuita uri kuda kuramba uchishandisa cell rako riri fixed, hausi kuda kuti rizochinjwa neposition yaane formula yako.
Okay.
Memory.
Okay. I wanted to say unokwanisa kuavoid absolute referencing here by creating another cell like unokwanisa create another cell yakatongonyorwa kunzi inonzi price per ton in between quantity and total sales. Then you create another cell nototi
What 100.
Yes.
Then you iwe wega wakazvitarisa ndiko kutowasta time.
No, you just put it on the first line, then you
columns, kokana zvinhu zvako zviri 100. Oh, okay, kokana zvinhu zvako zviri 1000. Woenda mavalues 1000.
On 2 cells, then I drag.
Yes, you can drag, but still it's time wasting.
But I think that pandazonzwisisa kuti ndofunga nyaya yekuti ukazochinja zvinhu zvako pamacells apa, I think ndo pamazotsanangurira the other one.
Okay.
Okay.
Olivia. Olivia. Yeah, Olivia nengakangana kuti asumudza ruoko. Anyone with a question still? Brian.
Yes, ini ndikuda kubvunza kuti muchascoding handiti YouTube because
yes.
inini my network was so jumpy kwekutanga uku ndatozopinda late mumeeting.
Yes, I will upload the video.
Handina kuwabata.
I will upload the video to YouTube. Ndakaona kuti hamuna access to access my cloud meeting iri kucloud kwangu. So I've uploaded to a public platform which is YouTube. You can access it by YouTube. Ndotumira link as soon as I have uploaded it to YouTube.
Thank
Abigail.
you.
Okay, Abigail.
Sorry, say to compare kungo explainera pa adjusted total kuti muzopika 10 andina kupanzwisisa ini.
Who can explain for Abigail? Why does this adjusted 10? Maybe someone can explain it better in a way that will benefit everyone. Brian wacho wanandichiudza nga.
Alright, regai nditi angova suggested mark yatati towedzere all the learners considering kuti havana kubuda zvakanaka, saka kuti tichizonopa makiyo kuti 10 marks izo handika everyone ave ne10 marks. Totanga taita relative cell referencing, toenda apo pana G apo pana 122 apo handitika totanga tamclicka, then we say equals to yobva yatibuditsira G something something. I'm not seeing the number there. Then after that, I want to add, so I say plus. Then I go to the cell, not 10, I click it. Then ndakuda kuita absolute cell referencing. Ndo pandinouya ndonoti ndoita editing. Ndodzoka pasure pa I put a dollar sign. Then I also move my cursor front of that I put a dollar sign. Then that is cell number yochibuda manje. Then I say enter, and that mark appears 122. By so doing, zvoreva kuti all the other cells dzakutevedzera formula yandaita iyo by absolute cell referencing dzese dzakuti g something something plus I1 anova 10 dzese dzobva dzabuda mamarks. That's how I understood. Say, I don't know if I explained well kune vanga vachida kunzwisisa.
You tried, but just to emphasize again what Brian was saying, ndati tachida kuexplaina concept yekushandisa absolute cell referencing muexam. Ini ndiye ndichida kuhwisisa kuti munhu uyu anoziva here chinonzi absolute cell referencing, anoziva here chinonzi relative cell referencing, anoziva here macircumstances azvinofanira kushandiswa zvinhu izvi. Handiti ndiani gara anga achiti kuti tikacreata in additional cell toisa machichichichi tozoshandisa relative cell referencing, zvinobva zvatondiudza izvi kuti munhu uyu haasi kuhwisisa concept inonzi absolute cell referencing yandinenge ndabvunza muexam. Yes, of course, practically unogona kuzoshandisa relative cell referencing or create an additional column, but in my exam or in my assignment ndiri specific kuti ndoda kuti ushandise absolute cell referencing or ndoda kuti ushandise relative cell referencing. Ime question muexam I remember yaitouya ichiti explain with the example of an Excel snippet how the terms relative cell referencing and absolute cell referencing. So waigona kutondipa example yakada so kuti up relative cell referencing up absolute cell referencing. Anyway, to explain again what absolute cell referencing was, hanzi uiteni mamwisire ndati ndiri teacher inini ndamaka maweke evana ndaona kuti vana vese havana kunyatsopasa zvinofadza, ndiri kuda kuadjusta mamarks avo. Ndavongofunga kuti maybe ndikawedzera umwe neumwe 10 marks zviri feka, ndikawedzera mumwe neumwe 10 marks mamarks avo anogona kuti simuke mbichana. So kana ndiine vana 100 muclass pane kuti nditi plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 kusvika ku100 zviri so time consuming. So ndongoenda 10 mu1 cell umo ndocreata a column yakanzi adjusted total. Column yakanzi adjusted column ndotypa formula yangu kuti ndiwane adjusted total. I'm adding the original total plus this 10 marks that I added. So I'm coming there, I select this cell, I put my operator which is plus, I select that cell. But ndikasiya zvakadai so ndikakopa ndikadraga downwards, for the first one inenge iri correct, but ndikadraga downwards I'm going to get wrong answers. See, I'm getting wrong answers. Apa ndikuwana 135. What has happened? Ndikaclick up formula yandanyora iri kuti f4 plus i2 yadzika pazasi ukuoko. Handiti ukacheka iyi f5 plus i3 iri kuti e plus e, because naturally with relative cell referencing kana ndakopa formula yepamusoro inobva yadzikisa pandinodzikisawo cell inobva yadzikisawo cell handiti, but isusu hatisi kuda kuti idzikise uku kusaiti uku tiri kuda kuti ite ichidzika, so we are going to use relative cell referencing, but apa toda kuti ingoramba yakaselecta 10, saka uyu 10 uyu tofanira kutomureferensa tichishandisa inonzi absolute cell referencing. So what we are going to do, we go to this 112, we adjust this one now. Toda kuti absolute reference ichishandisa absolute cell referencing. It's $I, $1. Tai reference at this 10 tichishandisa absolute cell referencing. Even tikakopa this formula tichidraga downwards, ichangoramba ichingopointa up. Tai reference tichishandisa relative cell referencing. Saka patichauya apa ichachinja yoenda pazasi, patichauya apa ichachinja youya up, and so forth. But tai reference tichishandisa absolute cell referencing, so ichangoramba ichingoselecta icho chichi ichingopointa ipapapa. If I drag now, you will see that I'll get the correct answers. It's this answer plus 10. Are you answered, Abigail?
Yes, I'm answered. Undanchirasika pekuisa madola sign apo. But now ndasoona kuti that was it.
Wonderful. Anything else? Yes, Abigail.
Sorry, sir, apa hangu ndakuda kutobvunza siri related to izvi. Nachida kumbira kubvunza pane nyaya pama-assignment apa.
Assignment 1, assignment yakanzi 2 yeword iyo ndo iri June mangwana. Ye-Excel iyi ndichazokuudzai musi watopedza zvema-Excel kuti iri June.
Saka mangwana tikungosubmita iyo yakanzi 2. Alright, so mubvunzo wangu futi ukuti zvoni pepesira apa makati all in all you are attaching 4 things to your email. So ndasina kuzivisa kuti patiri kutogadzira chinhu cheassignment 2 zvofanira kuda zviri 4 here kana kuti
Just 2 things. The document, the word document, ne picture yepa info tab. Ukaenda pakanzi file apa, woenda pakanzi info, wotora snapshot yepanhu panapa. Wonditumira plus your email. Plus your document. So because imi muri kutumira zviri separate, ndaifungidzira kuti muchangozvitumira ka1, but ndazongodecida kuti zvitumirei zviri separate. Imwe yacho muchazotumira when I tell you, and you are sending to that email address yakanyorwa paassignment.
alright, noted, sir.
Any other question? So it's 2 documents for now. But I still don't know your name.
Zvanzvike.
Who are you?
Tinomuonga.
Iwe Tino ndakakudza kuti unofanira kuloga in nezita rako. Didn't I tell you in our other lecture?
Yaramba ise.
Inoramba ine muromo. Memory.
Sorry. Se.
Yes.
Pane zve-snapshot zvamakutaura izvi. Ndofunga zvakaitwa ndisandajoina lecture.
Kutora screenshot.
Paword pangu.
Unoita so. Hazvinei kuti uri kuword kana kuti uri kuExcel. And I'm sharing my screen here. You go up vacancy file up. Then you go up vacancy info up. Then you use chitu chakanzi snipping to each. You click vacancy snipping to up. Over click vacancy new up. Over select over highlight. Zvarukuda like that.
Okay.
Watotora picture. I picture. Wakutoisave picture yako. Maybe assignment to snapshot. Or we save Akuma pictures. You can save it by desktop, wherever you want. You click save. Wotonochi atacha ichi. Wapa uchitumirako email. So you use sniping too. Munhu wese ari kushandisa Windows computer chiripo chakanzi snipping to ichi. Otherwise, kana zvanetsa unongotora nekamera yako yefoni, wotora picture. Woi atacha paemail pako.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Tanat.
Snipping to chabda papi say.
Snipping tool is one of the applications dzawinadzo. But ukangotype up, kana usinganyatsoziva pachiri, ukangoenda pana search up, ukangotanga kutype kuti snipping, chinobva chatobuda ichi chakanzi snipping tool ichi, woti open. Right? Memory. Martha.
Hello. So I have a question.
Sure, go ahead.
I just entered now. My network was not doing well. So I heard you people talking about assignments when I just entered. Is it the assignment that you sent yesterday or is another assignment? That's my first question. And then on the assignments, I heard you saying that we should do the word and ignore the other one. Are we taking the assignment number 2 or we are choosing?
For now, you are doing assignment number 2. The Microsoft Word one.
Okay.
Imwe yacho Excel, you can read about it. Ndichakupai due date rekuzoisubmita when we are done. There are some concepts that we have not yet finished. So I'll inform you when you are supposed to submit it as soon as we are done. So far, it's at a date. You can start working on it, but it's at a due date.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I hope amwe ma-questions vanga vakasunza maoko ma-questions enyu abva atoanswa. Yes, Precious.
Wedhiri juu mangwana nguvai.
Mangwana tongoti mangwana, as long as date 29 chiroka submita na 2 minutes to midnight. Ngaingouya mangwana chete, ngaisazouya kusora mangwana. I will penalize you. Okay. Who else had a question? 80. Who is 80?
It's Abigail say.
Abigail.
Say also ndoda kuti pakanzi info apo anti pari kubuda kuti properties what pakanzi author pari kubuda zita recomputer. Zviri right zvakangodaro.
Rakanzi chistara chore computer.
yakanzi HP 4450.
It's okay, no problem.
All right.
Andrew.
All right, so I'm using WPS Office. Saka pakati, I'm not sure my details muchida from the snipping tool, but from my end, hapasi kubuda option yakanzi info. Pangori yema properties. Irungoburusa zita author chete.
Can you share your screen so that I see how it looks like?
Irikuoneka.
Ichocho chakanzi okay. Itiko okay.
Okay.
Go to file.
Naenda pa file.
Then wind up nani?
Naenda pa options. No. Naenda pa document encryption. Ndakaenda pa ma properties.
The summary. Okay. It's fine. I guess you can just screenshot Pagan's general patch up. It's fine.
All right. It's okay, sir. Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay. It seems like we are okay now. We'll continue tomorrow at hopefully by 6 I'll be home. Maybe 1.5 hours will be done. So good night. Enjoy what's left of tonight, and please do your assignment. I'll end the meeting now for everyone.